Well, I'm here at Luton Airport. We've just arrived and we've got a flight, evening flight to Inverness from Luton, so hopefully we'll be in Scotland in about 2 or 3 hours time, because we've got an hour and a half's wait at the moment. Well, I've arrived in the Highlands of Scotland here in Fort William, and I brought with me the Elecraft AX1 antenna and my little Elecraft KX2 transceiver. Now, the purpose of this video really is to just talk about the AX1 antenna. And I'll show you here the antenna, which I've mounted on one of the HiMatch boxes. Now, this box enables you to use the antenna remotely from the transceiver. On many occasions where you want the antenna away from the transceiver, maybe there's a better position for the aerial than where the transceiver is located. Maybe it's not raining and you can put the antenna outside with the transceiver inside. But the good thing about this box is inside it is a line isolator. Now, this means to say that the chassis of the KX2 transceiver, or indeed any other transceiver you connect to it, is going to be isolated from the counterpoise of the antenna. If you connect a counterpoise directly to the chassis of the KX2, you will get a measure of hand capacity, because effectively the KX2 becomes part of the antenna system. Nothing wrong in that, because Elecraft make a lovely little adapter that enables you to put the aerial right on the KX2 and get some very good results. But if you're going to remove the antenna from the transceiver and operate it remotely, it makes sense to use a line isolator, which is exactly what this HiMatch unit does. So let's take a look at the antenna system in use. Well, success. I've just worked DK8EI in Germany and got a nice 569 report, and I was running 5 watts from the KX2 into the AX1 whip antenna, so very pleased with that. The band is, well, it's open, but it's this is on 20 metres, by the way. The band's open, but it's not wonderful by any stretch of the imagination. Right, well, I'm perched on a rock at the moment, and let me tell you a bit more about the antenna system which I'm using. The AX1 is a 3-band antenna designed by Wayne from Elecraft. It covers 20 metres, 17 metres and 15 metres. It's got a switch at the base, and to switch from 20 metres to 17 metres, you just throw the switch. If you want to operate on 15 metres, then you simply reduce the height of the whip by telescoping it into bits, and that gives you 15 metre operation. As I think I've mentioned already, inside the HiMatch base unit is an RF Choke Ballon, and that enables me to separate the KX2 transceiver from the antenna, because if the KX2 is plugged straight into the if the AX1 is plugged straight into the KX2, then obviously the chassis of the radio becomes effectively part of the antenna system, and of course you need a counterpoise attached to the radio. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it works quite well, but there are times when I personally, and I'm sure that many of you, want to have the antenna in a separate place, and so the HiMatch unit enables you to remotely connect the AX1 to the KX2. Now, I should add that the AX1 antenna is beautifully built. It's a real quality item. It's not cheap or anything like that. It's a real quality item, just the sort of thing that you'd expect to receive from Elecraft. What I have added now is a longer cable, so when the sun's shining or when it's not raining, I can actually put the antenna outside on a patio or whatever's convenient, put the counterpoise on the ground, and then just connect the KX2 to it. Doesn't have to be a KX2, of course. Any transceiver
that operates on 2017 or 15 will work with the AX1. It's got a maximum power capacity of 30 watts, so you can put a little bit of power into it without causing any problems. One of the other things I want to talk about actually is the radial. Now, I know a lot of people measure the radial so that it's a quarter wave on 20 metres, 17 metres or 15 metres. To be brutally honest, it's a waste of time, because a 16.5 foot length of wire, which is supposedly resonant on 20 metres, is not resonant on 20 metres when it's laid on the ground. So as a rough rule of thumb, I normally cut my radials short to allow for that. But again, radials aren't critical. Once they're laid on the ground, they're not critical. The more wire you have out, the better. But I usually take a couple of radials with me of, I don't know, perhaps 11, 12, 13 foot, something like that, and then perhaps a longer one if I'm going to operate on the lower bands. But don't get hung up on the resonant length of a radial, because take it from me, as soon as you lay that radial on the ground, it's no longer resonant on the frequency you thought it was. So there we are. Very pleased with the AX1 antenna, and if you're going to make it really versatile, then I would suggest you consider the HiMatch antenna base, because it really works well. Me, well, I'm enjoying the sunshine. I mean, it really is pleasant here. So thanks for watching this video, and remember, the AX1 or any of the Elecraft products are available from Waters and Stanton. Check our website or give our sales team a call. Thanks for watching this video.